Hi, Patrick here, and welcome to the Experts Zone, episode 3. So, I'm Patrick Dahdal, the #1 best-selling author of the Market Leader Formula, also the founder of the Experts Zone, and also the co-founder of the Transformation Summit with my wife, Marie, and also the founder of Market Leader Agency, which is a business that we have that help businesses to create a thriving business, become the market leader in their niche. So now, today, what I wanted to cover with you, and it's something that I think I've seen in the work with coaches, experts, healers, trainers, speakers, personal trainers. There's a fixed attention, and if you recognize yourself here, then you're going to find a great solution today. So if you are, for example, tired in your business, you're feeling that you're not getting the results that you want, you're not having the income that you desire, or you feel like your business is going up and then it goes down and it goes up and it goes down. You get clients and then they don't have any clients, and then you got money and then there's no money there. If you have that, then there could be one cause, which is I'm going to talk about today, which is the law of inflow and outflow. It's the law of inflow and outflow. What tends to happen in business many times, and the reason I'm bringing this up is because recently I've been talking to a few coaches, and they told me about their experience where the business goes ups and down. There's ups and there's downs, and there's sometimes they have a lot of clients, sometimes they have no clients, and there is a reason for that. The reason is not a great application of the law of inflow and outflow. Now, the outflow is all the activities that you do that goes out into the world, into the universe, and inflows are the flows of things that are coming into your universe. Now, in business that is thriving and doing really well, there's a consistency in their outflow, the things that are going out into the universe. So the more, for example, if you're, and this is where people get stuck, if your attention is fixated on the inflow, you're trying to solve the inflow problem, like the inflow as the inflow of money, inflow of clients. If your attention is focused on this inflow, which is one of the things I see regularly, is people's attention is fixated and is on the inflow. I don't have enough money, there's no money coming in, there's not enough money coming in, there's not enough clients coming in, there's not enough this coming in. So the attention is fixated on the inflow. And when you do it that way, where is the outflow? Well, there is no outflow because you're trying, and your attention, and you're trying to fix the inflow. You're fixated on the inflow. The law of inflow and outflow goes like this. The more your outflow, the more you'll have an inflow. If you outflow affinity, for example, into the world, you outflow admiration into the world, or we talked about in episode 1, then you're going to get inflows of the same energy, same quality, same quantity. So now, from a business perspective, if you want to get away from these ups and downs, and sometimes you have clients and sometimes you don't, sometimes you have this income, next month you don't have that income. If you want to have a consistency, you need to consistently have your attention not focused on the inflow, but have your attention fixated, if you want, on the outflow. What can I outflow today? What can I outflow today? What can I outflow today? Have a plan of your outflows. So what are examples of outflows? Outflows is what I'm doing right now. Producing this show for you is an outflow. The more outflow I have of this, the more inflow I'm going to have into my business. So outflow could be emails. The more emails you send out every day, the more inflow of clients or requests of your information, more of your services, so on, will come through. So the more, like, people are in sales, know the importance of this. You need to have a strong outflow, and more importantly, you need to have an outflow that is consistent. That means every single day. Like, for example, when we work with the market leader agency and the sales there is a minimum of 100 emails needs to go out every single day, so the person can get an inbound response. So there's an outflow of 100 emails per day, and then there's an inflow of requests of more information, and then the salesperson can follow up with that. But if there weren't a minimum of 100 email outflowing every day, there wouldn't be this inflow. And this needs to happen on a consistent daily or weekly basis. The more outflow you have, the more inflow you have. So other things that you can outflow are your go to networking events, that's outflowing. Go sending out emails, that's outflowing. What are activities you can do that will outflow? And an example of what I'm doing right now, content, giving great value and content to your audience is an outflow. The more, if your attention is fixated on outflow and great quality outflow, you are going to have an inflow. There's not going to be a problem with you won't have the ups and downs. You will have a consistent growth in your business because you're focusing on outflow. Now, what happens is that we get so fixated, our attention is fixated on the inflow, and we worry about the inflow. We got anxieties about this inflow. Stop that and start to focus on your outflow. What can I outflow today? What can I outflow tomorrow? What can I outflow on a consistent basis? So write a list of activities, of things where you outflow, and there's different levels of outflow, but I'm just going to touch on the outflow here when it comes to outflow of marketing. So the more you outflow your marketing activities, the more you're going to have an inflow. What happens is many times we have an outflow and then we get so many clients that we forget to get an inflow of clients and money, and then we forget to take care of the outflow. So you want to make sure you have a consistent outflow happening every single day or every single week, whatever those numbers are for you, and you need to look at that and make sure that that outflow is happening consistently. And if you need to, hire someone through freelancer or somewhere else, someone who can consistently generate leads for you and also generate an outflow, whether it's in terms of email or telemarketing or getting people to your marketing funnels, but you need to have a consistent outflow. So the easiest way to do this is just to write down what are things that I can outflow that has in the past proven to give me inflow. So you don't want to just start to outflow things that hasn't necessarily, like if you're in a place where your business really relies on something right now, money right now, and stability right now, this is how you create stability. You create stability by having a consistent outflow, and then you'll get a consistent inflow, and you convert that inflow to new clients and income. So you need to write down a list and first number one, look at what are things that have outflows I've done in the past that have generated inflows. And then write down those things and look at how can I do more of these things. So let's say one of the outflows I did in the past that worked really well was I went to networking meetings. Okay, so now you look at that. Okay, so that's one thing. The other thing I did was I sent out emails to this database. Okay, so that's two things. Outflows that you did in the past that works well, and now you can continue doing that. Find ways. So how can I do more networking? How can I do more emailing? And then you look at ways of doing that, and then you're going to start to have a consistent inflow of clients and income. So other ways. So then you might be thinking about, I don't have any more lists or emails to send out. I've sent to everyone I have in my contact. Well, then you have to think about new ways of contacting your email list, new ways of providing value. Remember, when you do marketing activities for your business and you, for example, with content marketing and you're delivering content, make sure that the content that you deliver also reveals a problem for the receiver. So when you send out an email, it's great that you're sharing content and you want to do that because you're giving value, but at the same time, you want that value also to increase their demand and desire for you and your products. And the way you do that is by creating content that at the same time reveals the problem. So you look at a list of different things you can do, and if you can create, let's say that you sitting there and go, but I can't send, I don't have any more emails to send out to. Well, number one, be creative. Creativeness is a resource. You can be more creative. So find ways of how to approach that email list with great value that engages and increases their demand and desire. Second thing is, look at who are other people in your environment, in your groups around you, in people that you know or people that you know who know someone else, and see, can you do some kind of joint venture with them where you can send some email out and do some promotional campaign that will then yield some form of inflow. You get some inbound response to your business. That might be, I want a strategy session, I want to purchase your ebook, whatever that inbound response is. Create a promotional campaign that creates the inbound response that you desire to have. So maybe it is you want to book yourself up and have strategy sessions. So then you think about, okay, so what is a promotional campaign I can create that will give great value to the person receiving this email or this promotional campaign. At the same time, it reveals a problem, so they want to contact me and book a strategy session. So your creativeness of how to create these outflows is going to be determining your ability to create outflows that are great, is going to determine your ability to create inflows that are going to give you the clients, the amount of clients you want, the income that you want. So remember, the main thing to remember from this session is just think about, take your attention away from the inflow. Don't get fixated there. Let that go. Focus on the outflow. What are things that I can outflow that is of great value, but also produces an inflow or an inbound response? So what are things you can outflow? Great. Write a list of things you can outflow, things that have worked in the past. Start with that. And then once you looked at things that worked in the past, second, look at things that are working for other people and start that kind of outflow. So you model other people that have done it well and got successful with it, and start doing that. And then third, think about your own creative ideas of outflows that you could produce that will produce an inflow. Because remember, it's the law of outflow and inflow. If you outflow and you outflow and you outflow and you consistently outflow and you outflow, you are going to get inflow. It's just how the universe works. So apply this simple principle in your business. Remember to put your attention on the outflow. Don't get fixated on the attention on the inflow. I don't have enough clients. I need more clients. I need more income. Let all of that go. Just focus all your energy or all your ability into the outflow, 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 and you're going to get inflow. So I hope this was valuable. Please give me your biggest takeaway from this episode. All you have to do is go to our Facebook page. There's a link below here if you're on the blog. If you're already on the Facebook page, just leave a comment. Let me know what your biggest takeaway is from this session, this episode, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. And again, if you have any questions or ideas or topics, things you want me to cover, just put it in the comments box, and me and my team will read through, and we'll also create episodes around what you need help with, what you think, questions that you have about your business, about marketing, or anything that's holding you back from really having a thriving business so you can have the impact that you want, the influence that you want, and the income that you want. That's what we're here for. So look forward to seeing you in the next episode, and thank you. And again, remember, give me your biggest takeaway. And also, remember, if you like these episodes, they're of value, please share them with other people so we can build a community together where we can unite together, support each other, and have greater impact on the world and in our own lives. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.